Don't let nobody define shit that you giving. But you. I give you an example. Some people ask me why I don't post like about everything that's happening in our community. There's a couple reasons why. One reason is that you don't know what the fuck I'm going through. I remember one time a young lady walked up to me and she said, David, you always so social with everybody. You real standoffish today. What, you acting funny? And I looked her in the eye and said, maybe my dad died today. Because my dad had died that day. And I was just going through some shit. And what I had to learn is you have to take care of your own physical and mental capacity and where you at, your own spirit and soul. So what I try to do is I try to engage at the level that my spirit can give without overwhelming myself. The other thing is I watch people who I believe are my contemporaries. Tip, Killer Mike, people like that. Like, if they own it, then I don't have to be on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that they have the same outreach that I have or more, and that the job is being done, and I can rest and I can get back strong. I remember one time something had happened in the community, and I had just landed from Ferguson, and I was walking through the airport, and somebody said, "Dave Brandon, why you ain't?" I said, "Damn, give me a second. Like, let me go home, change my clothes. Let me do anything." Like, what I realized is in a lot of cases, the people that criticize you the most is the people who ain't doing shit. The people who believe that, and I'm not saying in any way that internet, being on the internet and moving yourself through the internet isn't revolution, but that's only a small part of it. I always look at people who criticize, and if they're not doing the work that I'm doing, then I sort of let it pass. You got to watch who you let influence you. A lot of times a motherfucker talk to you about $1 million deal and what they think you should do with $1 million when they ain't got $20 in the bank. And that shit don't hold for nothing. So for me, I don't let other people define what I do. I look at some people who criticize some of our elders. Some of our elders have done enough work for 2-3 lifetimes. They shouldn't have to do shit. You know what I'm saying? And so, don't let nobody define your revolution. The other thing is, revolution is to me, it is encapsulated in several different ways. And I always give this example of America's army. You got people in the air, you got people on the ground, you know what I'm saying? You got people on the water, you know what I'm saying? You got captains, you got privates, you got people all over. So being a photographer may be your revolution. Teaching our children may be your revolution. Throwing up a black fist and doing stuff that's stereotypically connected with revolution don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Just because you look like a revolutionary, I'd rather you be doing the business. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather you be, real estate and helping our people get affordable houses, or like our brother Derek Grace is doing, teaching our people how to manage their money in an unconventional way that can put us forward. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Running your mouth ain't always revolution. We need soldiers on the ground that's really willing to do something. I always wonder, if we out here posting and we always telling what our enemy is doing, but we don't do nothing about it, every time we post after that, it makes us look weak. And what we really doing, if you think about it, is being a poster child for the people who hurt our people, because we don't do nothing about it. So if we don't have those folks who would traditionally kill us, our own people, if they not supporting and holding us down when our enemy attack us, then all we really doing is showing that our enemy is winning and we don't do nothing about it but talk. So for me, you know, it depends where I am mentally. And if my spirit don't tell me to say nothing, to do nothing, I don't give a fuck who tell me to say it. I go deep into my spirit and allow my spirit to guide me. And sometimes the best thing that you can be doing for us is being successful. I had a very, very well-off artist come to me and say, David Banner, I'm ready to get on the front line. And I said, the fuck if you are. I don't believe we need you out here. I need you to keep making money and sending money and donating money to the people on the front line. Like, we got that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go continue to be successful and be silent. Like, we don't even know how to play chess. Like, we put our business out and we don't trust our leaders so much that we can't even make strategic moves. Sometimes I'll make a move that look flawed, but the bigger goal is to gain and push us forward. And we have so many people that are so critical and that want to tear down each other. You can't even make strategic moves because we run our fucking mouth too much without even going to ask the person, hey, what's your rationale and reason? What's going on? Talk to me. There's several people that we thought was flawed. I just call them up on the phone. Like, what's happening? Like, what's going on? And in some of those cases, they tell me, hey, Banner, this is the move that I'm trying to make. And I was like, word. Like, word. The other thing is love. Don't let anybody define your love. I can only speak from a man's perspective because I'm a man. A lot of times we let the person that we are dealing with define our level of love. I'll give you an example. I had a girl that I was dating one time, and she loves verbal love. She loves a motherfucker saying that they love you all the time. I think that's weak shit. My dad always told me, don't talk about it, be about it. And I always told her, if somebody fuck with you, who coming? If you need something, who provide? So you sitting up worried about all these motherfuckers who running you lines, but they're not supporting their lines with actions. To me, that shit weak as fuck. And I don't show love like that. I wasn't raised that way. So the thing is, and you know, I saw the book about the love languages. I flipped through it a little bit, and to a certain degree, that's true. But to me, love is in actions. And a lot of times people pick certain things that especially, I can only say especially because I'm a man, that men do, and they think it don't equate to love. Like some people will say, well, if your man is doing anything, then he don't love you. How the fuck you know? I know a lot of stuff that I did to women when I was young, it was because some shit happened to me as a child, and I was running around looking for what I thought was love, but it had nothing to do with the person that I was dating. It had to do with my sicknesses. So for a person lost out on a very good man because of what they thought and how they define love. You know, I tell my people all the time, people wasn't raised like you. And so until you teach them, you can't really judge why they do things. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you dating somebody or you look at somebody, look at them based on their capacity to give. You know what I'm saying? I had a girl one time I dated. She wasn't that smart at all. But ain't nobody ever been as loyal to me as this young lady was. I'm talking about this motherfucker with street team snipe. She fought some motherfuckers for me. I'm talking about, let a motherfucker say something about David Banner. She scratching their fucking eyes out. And I never forget, that was her love language. Being loyal, being down. And that meant as much to me as, you know, somebody saying they love me all the time or somebody support me in whatever way. Her love language or the way that she showed love was through her loyalty. And that was good enough. She wasn't able to give me the conversation that I was used to, but fuck it. Her loyalty made up for that 100%. So don't let nobody